These sourdough grissini are very easy to make and very delicious. And I am adding them to a sourdough Christmas basket that I am preparing for my friends this Christmas season. Enjoy this recipe. Pour 110 grams or half a cup of water in a mixing bowl. Add 25 grams or 1 3/4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and 50 grams or about 1/4 cup of sourdough starter. You can also use sourdough discard for this recipe. Use a dough whisk to mix all the ingredients in the mixing bowl until the sourdough starter dissolves well in the mix. Add 250 grams or 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. Add first some of the flour and mix it to incorporate it with the dough. Then add 6 grams or 1 teaspoon of salt. I am using here pink Himalayan salt, but you can also use kosher salt or sea salt. Continue mixing with the dough whisk and keep adding little by little the rest of the flour. When the dough starts to get thick, use your hands to knead it inside the bowl. Then, take it outside of the bowl and finish kneading it by hand on your working table. This dough is very easy to knead and it doesn't take long to knead due to the low hydration of the dough. Knead until the dough comes together. Make a bowl of dough and place it in a greased bowl. Cover the dough with a towel and let it rest in a warm place for about 4 hours. After 4 hours, take the dough out of the bowl and place it on a silicone mat or your working table. Use a rolling pin to extend the dough until you get a rectangle of about 12 by 8 inches or 30 by 20 centimeters. Then, use a pizza cutter or a knife to cut thin strips of dough. You can make the strips of dough as wide or as thin as you like, but I really recommend you to make them thin. You will have better grissini in the end. As soon as you cut the strips of dough, separate the dough on your working table and let the dough rest for at least 10 minutes so the gluten relaxes. After 10 minutes, transfer the strips of dough to 2 prepared baking sheets with parchment paper or a silicone mat. Leave some space in between the strips of dough. Spray enough water on top of the dough. This will help to get a crunchier crust on your grissini, and it will help the seeds to stick better to the dough. Sprinkle your favorite seeds on top of the dough. I am using Everything Bagel seasoning, which goes great with grissini, but you can use the ones you like. As soon as you are done adding the seeds, bake the grissini at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes or until your grissini are golden brown. I like to leave my grissini in the oven until they get toasted, because I love the toasted flavor of grissini. Place your grissini in a cooling rack so they cool off well. In the end, I am wrapping this grissini with some parchment paper, a fresh rosemary leaf, and some Christmas twine to place them in a special Christmas basket that I am preparing for one of my friends. I am adding a loaf of my signature sourdough bread that I have scored with some Christmas trees on the sides, and I am decorating it with a fresh rosemary leaf and a candied orange slice. that I prepared days ago as I was making my candied fruits for a panettone that I made at home. You can find the link of my video on how to make candied fruits in the description of this video. My preference is to give homemade presents to my friends and family, so this sourdough Christmas basket will include some of my homemade recipes, like this beautiful and tasty sourdough loaf. I'm gonna include a towel to grab the leftover bread and a spoon to spread the toppings that I am including in this basket. The simple but tasty sourdough grissini, a couple of sweet elements, like this jar of homemade applesauce, another jar of raspberry jam with lemon juice, and these two savory toppings, like this pepper jelly, and a spinach artichoke dip. You can add whatever you like to a sourdough Christmas basket. In the end, just add some fruits, decorations, and fresh herbs to make this Christmas basket better looking. You can add any other of my Christmas bread recipes to this basket. I hope you can use this idea as a nice present for your family and friends. I hope you can try this sourdough grissini. These breadsticks are very delicious and somehow addictive, the perfect snack for any season. If you like this video, please click in the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have a new video every week. Merry Christmas and thank you for watching.